Have you been paying any attention to Vice President Harris's book tour?
I have not. No,
She has a new book out, which sold extremely well. She sold 350,000 copies in the first week, which is very impressive. But in it, she took a very different route
well,
than
I
you did.
wrote a book too.
I know.
It's So Help Me God. It's available on Amazon.com and where all good books are sold.
Yes, but yours was not, I think, quite as juicy, I guess. She was really naming names. She goes after the Biden family, things about her staff, things about other politicians, some really unkind stuff about Gavin Newsom. If you could give her any advice right now about post-vice presidential life, what would you say?
Well, I don't know that I'd presume to give her advice. We have debated publicly before.
Fair.
And we have very different priorities and different views. I'll leave her to her
Sure.
her political and professional goals.
Sure.
But I hope for my part to be a part of a larger national conversation. Mm-hmm. You know, we talked before this event about civility, and I've said before, I think democracy depends on heavy doses of civility. Mm-hmm. And I had a sense when she and I were debating on that stage during the presidential election in 2020 that she instinctively shared the same principle, and so I would encourage her to lean on those better angels of her nature and encourage civility. Competition in primaries, which she may already be in right now, are one thing, but I think the American people would welcome us finding ways that we can talk to one another in new and in renewed ways.
I had to ask that question. It just was sitting there for me to ask you. If you don't mind, I would like to ask. Yes.
That debate night, I don't know if you watched the debate that night.
Yes, I did, yes.
Yeah, it was, other than the fly, I thought the night went really well. I got to tell you the story about that, though.
Please do.
My daughter
I had a
Charlotte.
question about the fly, but I didn't know if it was like too lowbrow.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine. No, I had a debate, and you prepare for these things, and they tell you there's 50 million people watching, and you try not to think about that, and I prayed about it, and I got through it. I came off the stage, I felt okay, I thought it'd gone okay.
Yeah.
And my wife Karen and Charlotte and my daughter-in-law, Sarah, I'm married to our Marine son, are all standing there, and I said to Karen, how'd it go? She said, oh, you were great, you did great. And Charlotte said, oh, Dad, you were super, you did great. And my daughter-in-law said, did you see the fly? I said, the fly? I said, well, I saw one flying by, I don't know. She said, it landed on you for a while. So I've already decided that, when I get to glory, I have a little time with the Lord, there may be a moment where I look at the Lord and say, thank you for all the blessings, but the fly, was that absolutely necessary?